All about sounds.
This month, we will be focusing on the smallest sounds in language. Being able to hear the smallest units of sound is the bridge between our spoken language and our written language. It is so important for kids to be able to hear the smallest sounds in words because this will help them to become better readers and writers.
Phonemes.
A phoneme is the smallest meaningful unit of sound in speech. For example, there are three phonemes or sounds in the word mat. T. It can be challenging for young children to hear phonemes in words because we naturally blend these sounds together when we say words, phrases, and sentences. The good news is that there are some great resources and activities that we can use to help children listen for phonemes in words.
Blending.
Blending is the skill of combining sounds to make words. This starts with just listening and blending the sounds together that we hear to make a word. Developing the skill of blending phonemes or sounds will support children as they begin to read. Now, one blending game that you can play with children is called What's the Word? Now, in this game, you would give the phonemes or the sounds in the word, and your child would respond by telling you the word. So, for example, I might say something like, okay, we're going to play a game called What's the Word? I'm going to give you the sounds in the word, and I want you to really listen and tell me the word that you hear. So, if I said the sounds, ooh, what's the word? And your child would respond by saying, the word is moon. Okay, another example might be, I'm going to give you the sounds sh, ah, k. What's the word that you hear? And your child would respond with the word shock. It's okay if your child has a hard time with this game at first. You can do this with them and support them and help them. And it can be something fun that you do together.
Segmenting.
Segmenting is the skill of breaking apart the sounds in words. This starts with being able to hear all of the sounds in a word. Developing the skill of segmenting phonemes or sounds will support children as they begin to spell and write. One segmenting game that you can play with children is called Tell Me the Sounds. Now, this is a game, just like the blending game, that you can play anywhere because all you need is your voice. So, in this game, start by saying, Tell me the sounds that you hear in the word moon. And your child would respond by telling you the sounds. Ooh, Another example would be to say, Tell me the sounds you hear in the word shock. Your child would respond by telling you the sounds sh, ah, k. So it's really important here to focus on the sounds and not the letters. So even though moon has 4 letters, it only has 3 sounds. The word shock has 5 letters, but it only has 3 sounds. So really focusing on those sounds is what will help support children as they start to segment phonemes in words. If your child is having trouble hearing the sounds in words, try having them hop for each of the phonemes or sounds that they hear. Blending and segmenting are 2 important skills that will grow your child as a reader and a writer. Now take a look as I try both of these games with my daughter Adelaide.
We're going to play What's the Word? I'm going to tell you the sounds and I want you to tell me the word that you hear. Okay, so if I said what's that word?
Mom.
Okay, what about d, d?
Dad.
Way to go. Okay, let's play another one. This time, let's play Tell Me the Sounds. Okay, so in this one, I'm going to tell you a word, and I want you to listen for all the sounds that you hear. Okay, so if I said the word dad, what sounds do you hear?
D.
What sound does that make?
D.
So you heard the d at the beginning. You want to jump and do the other sounds? Okay, you ready? We go d.
Dad. Dad.
Can you say d? Dad.
Dad.
You want to try it with mom? Do you want to jump and make the sounds? What sounds do you hear?
Let's jump together.
Okay, ready? Ready? Ah,
Oh,
That's the word mom. Those are all the sounds. Great job. Can you have a high five? Good job, Adelaide.
This video was brought to you by a partnership between the Literacy and Intervention Department and the Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion Department in Richardson ISD.